So now my whole paradigm of how do you get hired and what's needed has changed, because I was always a proponent of only hire from within. It's very difficult for someone to come in and be chief of a department or a commissioner or a deputy commissioner that comes from outside of your organization. And now my whole mindset has changed, because when I retired in January, I sat and rested till July. I got restless in August, and now I have resumes and applications going out to departments all over the country. So I'm finding that I have to ask those questions and answer those questions that I posed and what Ken talked about. So if we can get to, So the question that we have here is, what does a candidate need to show to gain the edge? Now, I'm not an expert about resumes, but I am somewhat of an expert, if I can take that privilege, to talk about, at least in my mind as a commissioner, what I would look for. I think the biggest thing you need to do is understand the department. And Ken said that. But when I talk about it, you got to understand the needs of the department. When you put in for a fire chief of Detroit, Detroit looks for a fire chief, or let me just say this, a commissioner, because the fire chief, the commissioner chooses. So when the mayor says, I need a commissioner, you have to understand what the need of Detroit is. Detroit needs, does not need someone who can run fires. That's not a need. So if that's your strong suit, you need to find something else to approach that job to get that interview. Detroit needs someone that can manage budgets, someone that can deal with labor unions, somebody that's political, can deal with the community. That's what is meant by what does the department need. Then the second question is, what is the need of the mayor or the commissioner? So if you're applying for a job and the commissioner or the mayor is the one who has to hire you, you have to understand what his need is. So for a commissioner job in Detroit, you have to understand the mayor is always on the hot seat, and probably more so in Detroit than any other city in the country because of the high crime rate, the lack of dollars. In the fire department case, long response times for EMS. So what are you bringing to the table that can meet those needs? What makes you the candidate that can handle that? And to come in and say, yes, I went to EDI, or I went to this leadership conference, and I have a this, and this, may not be what is needed.